Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to my channel, DUAD. Dinaj's English podcast offers you the sixth podcast about Rubiks Cube and its importance. I think you'll be happy knowing that I've welcomed once again a very special guest, Tasnim Jannat Mim, one of my lovely and creative nieces, who I'll be talking with today about this topic in detail. So, Tasnim, how do you feel to be here today?
I'm really grateful that you've invited me once again. Thank you so much for that.
I'm really pleased to have you once again too. Dear listeners, according to Wikipedia, the Rubiks Cube is a 3D combination puzzle invented in 1974 by a Hungarian sculptor and professor of architecture. I don't know the pronunciation of that, so pardon me, Arno Rubik. It's originally called the Magic Cube. Have you ever heard of that? No problem, thank you so much. Let me know in the comment section below. So, Tasnim, have you got my point?
Yes, I've got you.
Thank you so much, you're great. FYI, dear listeners, we're not going to talk about the history today. Rather, we'll just mainly focus on the importance of solving this magical cube from our experience. So, we'll be talking about Rubik's Cube based on some questions so that you can understand why it is so important. If you already have enough experience, you may write your feelings in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. I think you are good at solving that, am I right? So let's have a brief on what we'll cover today. First of all, we'll be talking about solving the Rubik's Cube. Is it really interesting or effective? The importance of trying, the inspiration, failure, first experience, common outcomes, the frequency of solving, and much more. Are you ready, Tasnim?
I'm ready.
Yeah, okay, thank you, dear listeners. Are you ready too? I think you are. That's why you are still listening to us. Tasnim, let's get back to the point. Have you ever tried to solve the Rubik's Cube?
Certainly, I've tried it many times.
So why did you try?
Because I found it really interesting and fun.
Oh, really interesting? Why do you think so?
Well, you can learn many things from it, like how to solve a puzzle, how effective is it for you.
Did you find it challenging though?
Yeah, it was a bit challenging for me at first, but after trying, it's really easy.
Of course, you're right. Is it somehow effective?
Yes, it's effective, really. And now I'm really determined in trying something.
Dear listeners, I think you've got the point. Solving Rubik's Cube can be a bit challenging. But for Tasnim, even for me, it was not actually. We tried it several times over and over and over again. Yeah, it was troublesome sometimes. We messed everything up. We lost the way we did. But we did it. That's the success. So we'll be talking about the outcomes after a few moments. Now let's talk about something else. So Tasnim, do you think it's really important to give it a shot?
Yeah, I think it's really important. If you want, you can.
So what if someone fails over and over again?
If someone fails over and over again, I think they should not give up and be optimistic.
Yeah, having a positive mind can be really effective. Someone who wants to solve the Rubik's Cube from today, I think, give it a shot. Though it's a bit challenging at the very first attempt, we shouldn't give up. It is true that we'll face problems, and if we can successfully overcome those problems, and I believe that if someone tries honestly and if he or she is passionate about doing it, sooner or later, he'll have accomplishments. However, there are so many inspirations out there. So what makes you more inspired to solve this?
My brother's success inspires me a lot. As he can, I asked myself, why can't I? So I tried solving it.
Oh, your brother, little brother? Is he able to solve this?
Yes, he can.
Oh, really inspiring. Your elder brother can solve it? He deserves much appreciation. Yeah, inspiration can be also helpful. If you see someone is trying and trying, why don't you give it a try? Is it really important? That's the question. Yeah, we'll talk about it very soon. But now, let's talk with Tasnim once again. How many times have you already failed?
Maybe 4 or 5 times. I don't really remember. But at first I failed. Now it's really a piece of cake.
Yeah, it's true. Success never comes overnight. You have to pay much attention to it, or maybe extra effort should be there. If you're honestly doing something, of course, you'll have a taste of success. However, Tasnim has said that she was trying a few times. You might be wondering, yeah, it takes time for me, but no problem. I can assure you, just stick to it. You'll be successful. Tasnim, when was the first time you solved it?
I guess 2 months ago. I don't really remember about it.
Oh, I think it's not so long ago. So how many hours did it take to succeed?
It took me 2 days.
2 days? Really? It's quite a lot, I guess. But how many hours do you really take now?
It only takes me 2 minutes now, and I'm really happy about it.
Amazing. 2 minutes. You can solve the Rubik's Cube, the puzzle, in 2 minutes. Oh, wonderful. Do you have any intention to solve under 1 minute?
I have a target to solve it in 30 seconds. And if I can do that, I'll go for 4 seconds maybe.
Oh, really lovely. You are trying to solve even faster. I do appreciate your efforts, and may Almighty Allah help you succeed. So let's talk about the outcomes after solving the Rubik's Cube. Do you have any idea of outcomes? What are the feelings you have right now as you were successful solving something that was really challenging, but now it's a piece of cake, you have said. So what are the outcomes you have right now?
I've said it already that I'm really determined on something right now, and I'm proud of myself that I can face any challenge. Honestly speaking, now I can focus on something better than before, and I've developed my concentration that I couldn't do earlier.
Oh, wonderful. Dear listeners, have you heard that? She has just mentioned a few key features of solving a Rubik's Cube. So to point out clearly, I think you will be more blessed to know that from today you may give it a shot. First of all, she has mentioned she is determined. Yeah, that's true for many. Of course, I experienced the same. I was not determined as much as I am now today. I couldn't focus on something as well. She has also mentioned she is quite capable to concentrate on something compared to the past days. How is it possible? Yeah, of course, Rubik's Cube has a credit on that. So do you know what it does actually? No, I think if you try, you can understand. The question is what Rubik's Cube does. So it helps me to absorb in something that I do. If you do the same, you will be able to feel that. Unless you do, you will never feel that. So being determined or focused on something, of course, I can say depends on solving Rubik's Cube. Just for an instance. Yeah, of course, there are a lot of activities out there, but as today's topic is Rubik's Cube and its importance, so the main features I've had right now after the discussion, focusing on something or developing the concentration, finally, determination. Altogether, you will be gainer. You will be able to nail something a lot easier than ever before. If you haven't ever tried the Rubik's Cube yet, I think from today, at least try. No matter how challenging it is, no matter how much problematic it is, no matter if you fail, just stick to it. It will definitely help you feel it. Yeah, there is a story behind it. Back in 2017, I solved after 15 days. Can you imagine that? After trying 15 days at a stretch, I successfully did it. At that time, I felt that, wow, something is really positive. I should be more optimistic from now on so that I can be successful. So Rubik's Cube helps me understand that something is really possible to solve almost all the time if we honestly try. Even I can find myself that I can now study better. I can concentrate more on that. I can learn something quicker. At first attempt or a few attempts, we can mess it up. But at the end, we'll have accomplishments. At the end of the podcast, I want to remind you, yes, something is really challenging at the first attempt. So we shouldn't give up. We should rather stick to it. We know it's challenging as well, more troublesome. So what? We should let our brain function as natural as possible. Try again and again. Being failure, everyone knows that is a pillar of success. So what are you waiting for? Give it a try. It could be a Rubik's Cube or any activity that you love doing. I've just picked a Rubik's Cube up today because of letting you understand that, yeah, it's true. It is possible to do something no matter if we fail. It takes time. Be patient. You'll be more focused and you'll develop concentration, but you need to be more determined. Be passionate, optimistic, and certainly it will help you be more optimistic. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. So Tasnim, do you want to say something for my listeners?
I just want to say, don't give up. If you fail, keep trying and you'll be successful.
Thank you, Tasnim, for being with me. And thank you so much, dear listeners. And if you are new to the channel, you may subscribe the channel. You may share with your friends and family members who you think you are looking for something that they can be inspired from. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thanks a bunch. You're really great. And I'd love to have you back on my channel. And if you want to listen to me more, check out the channel. For your information, I've already recorded a number of videos based on different topics. You may check the playlists and my other channel, for example, Aims English, where I work in Bangla language. There you'll find some videos of spoken English and IELTS. So, glad to talk once again. Bye now.